Hey friends, welcome back to another Python beginner series video. Well, this side Rajalakshmi Singham, and today's program looks super simple, but I promise you, it's going to teach you a very powerful concept. We are going to take a list of numbers, and if the first number is negative, we'll replace it with 0. But here is the cool part. I'll first show you how to do it manually, and then we'll understand the importance of something called map in Python. And yes, we'll solve this with both for loop and while loop so you get a full clarity. So step 1 is to take the numbers from the user, and if the first number is negative, replace it with 0. And step 3, you will print the modified list. Sounds easy, right? But the way we write it matters a lot. Let's first do it without map. Okay, first let's take the input from the user. So my list equal to input. Enter numbers separated by commas, and you will do dot split. And if I enter -5, 10, 20 as the input, so that gives me -5, 10, 20 in string format. Let's check by just printing my list. -5, 10, 20. So these are not numbers, these are actually strings. So we need to convert each element to numbers. So what I do for that, we use for loop. For I in range of ln of my list. Guys, we have done it multiple times. I think now you know why are we using this range method and why we need the ln to get the actual size of the list. And in that, according to that, we are going to change. And my list of I equal to int of my list of I. Okay. Let's run it and check again. But before that, let's print my list. See, now it changed to numbers. Okay. Now, what we have to do, we have to check whether the first element in the list is negative or not. If it's negative, then we have to replace it with 0. Okay. So again, for that, we are going to do for I in range of ln of my list. So if the first element I equal to 0 and my list of I less than 0, then you will make it my list of I to 0. Then you will just come out of the loop. Okay, so what's happening here? For I in range of len of my list. Okay. What is len of my list? For example, here you gave -5, 10, 20 as input. Okay. So because of this, it converted to integers. Let's assume that these are numbers, not the strings. So for I in range of ln of my list, what is this ln of my list? The number of items present in the list. So the number of items present in the list is 3. So ln of my list is 3. So I in range of 3. That means I starts from 0 and runs until I becomes 3. Okay. So initially what is the value of I? 0. So if I equal to 0 and my list of I less than 0, that means the first position is you're checking whether is that a first position, and at the same time that first position is less than 0 or not. So I equal to 0 and my list of 0 is nothing but we are accessing the first element in the list. So which is this one, and we are checking whether it is less than 0 because we have to check whether the number is negative or not. So how you check whether a number is negative or not? When it is less than 0, obviously we will say that number is a negative. So my list of I less than 0. So if these two conditions are true, then only this statement will get executed. So then the first element will be changed to 0. And then you will immediately come out of the loop because you don't have to do any other modifications in the list. You don't have to change any other elements. You just need the first element and you just have to access it and you check whether it is less than 0 or not, and then you will print according to the result by doing it to 0. So this is what we are doing. So you will just print that modified list. Is something like this. And when you run it, minus 5, 10, 20. The modified list is 0, 10, 20. So this is what we want. But notice how we had to manually convert each and every element. This thing. That's a bit long, right? So here is where Python makes life easier. Instead of converting one by one, we can just say my list of map of int comma input. And we need this for list. So just keep list here and that's it. So list of map of int comma input. You don't have to write this logic. You can do it just like this. You're saying that, hey Python, take every item in the list and turn it into an integer for me. And it does that in one line, one single line. You don't have to write for loop. You don't have to write multiple lines of code. Now it looks so clean, short, and professional hooking code, right? Let's run again. See? No change at all. So that is the importance of map. The reason I didn't say is because first you guys must understand the syntax of map. So that is why in previous video I didn't explain, but this is all the actual importance of map. So it will actually convert each and every element in the list to integer. So that is why we use map. Okay. Now it's time to work with the while loop. As usual, we'll take the numbers and we'll use map here. And then next we check the first element in a loop. Always remember in while loop, you have to initialize it to 0. So I'm initializing it to 0 and you will do something like while I less than ln of my list, everything is same, then you will come out of the loop. Here I'm not incrementing I by 1 because I just need the first value, so it will just come out of the loop. So this is what happening. So let's run it. And that's it. Everything is same. Same result, just a different way of looping through the list. This helps you understand how both for and while loops can solve the same problem. And here is something super important to remember is in our earlier exercises, I didn't use map. Why? because I wanted you to first understand the basics of lists and loops. And now that you are comfortable, and I wanted you to see the beauty of maps, so it makes our code more shorter and cleaner and even easier to read. So there you go, my friends. We learned how to replace the first element of list if it's negative using both for and while loops. Also remember, programming is like learning to ride a bicycle. At first, you take the longer path step by step, and then one day you just learn the shortcuts that make the ride smoother. If this video made coding feel simple and clear, do me a tiny favor. Hit that subscribe button, because here we are not just writing Python programs, we are building your confidence one small step at a time. Keep practicing, keep coding, and I'll see you in the next lesson.